And we're talking to Tommy Kimmons, and Tommy, you're a boxing official, boxing referee, of course, but you had a long history in the amateurs as well.
Absolutely, and
Tommy, if you could just get a little closer to the mic there.
Yeah.
So we can
I
hear
train fighters as well, so boxing is addictive. I've been involved with the sport all my life.
That's great. And you know, and we talk about boxers often trained for fighting. We know about that and some of the rituals they go through. But tell us a little bit, as a referee, of course, you being a boxer, having fought yourself, you have that kind of unique perspective. You can kind of look at a fight maybe and see it from a fighter's point of view. But in other things that go into officiating about, do you watch footage? Do you actually practice maybe in like sparring matches to kind of get your positioning to see, if a fighter is maybe if a low blow lands, where to get to watch a fighter and how the fight is unfolding?
Actually, Jason, I train as hard for refereeing a fight as I would as a fighter. I run, I work the bags, I work the speed bags. I train for it. I get in the ring, and with no opponent, I have imaginary opponents, and I have them creating fouls. I have people jumping in the ring that shouldn't be there. I come up with anything I can to anticipate before it happens in the ring, for I'll be ready to be prepared to deal with it when it really happens.
Because we've seen, and you mentioned that point. I mean, from anything from the fan man incident in the second
Absolutely.
Bo Holyfield fight to the riot in Madison Square Garden with the Riddick Bowe Andrew Galata, where after Galata's being disqualified for low blows. Boxing is a sport where you truly see it all, and then when you think you've seen it all, something else bizarre happens.
Absolutely.
So that's an interesting.
Yeah, I got a really funny training story before we go. I was in the military in 1984, and our commander wanted a boxing smoker, and I was a pretty tough kid fighting in high school and college. I said, I'll get in there. I trained for about probably 5 to 7 weeks, and I was in the best shape of my life. We finally came to the sparring. I was down to about 160 pounds, which is a lot less than I am now. And they put me in with a little 119-pound guy. And after about 30 seconds, he tagged me about 9 times. I said, never again. And I turned and walked out of that ring.
I can just see that.
I mean, he did it 3 times before I even moved my head. I was like, it's in me.
I was the Army champion in 76 and 76, all Army champion.
Thank you for your service. Yeah, we appreciate
that.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, the military as a whole always
supported boxing. That's right.
Supported it.
Tommy, as a referee, what are the most important things that you have to do when you're refereeing a fight? What are the things that you have to keep your eyes peeled for and really watch for?
Well, the safety of the fighters is the ultimate goal. You want to protect the fighters.
Great point.
But you want to stay in an open position where you can see all 4 hands at one time and see where they're going. And especially southpaw versus the orthodox fighter, it's hard to keep that open position. But you want to stay right in the center so you can see all the activity taking place.
They were talking in the NBA Finals, and don't worry, Jason, I'm just using this as an analogy, but they were talking about Anderson Varejao and how he can fool the referees and how he's a flopper and he manages to try and make it look worse than it really is and all that. Are there boxers that were bigger challenges for you that would try and fool you or try and get away with things and see if they could outsmart you or outmaneuver you?
Oh, it happens it's the same in boxing. They'll act like they get hit low. When you see the punch, you know it's not low. They get hit with a hard punch. They say, "Oh, that was a headbutt." There's all kind of same scenario, and that's why you train. You're prepared for that.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Tommy, of all the fights you referee, is there one particular one or any group of ones that stand out? Maybe is kind of the most memorable event throughout your career?
Oh, absolutely. One of the at the time, and I don't know currently, but at the time it was considered the largest fight in Florida's history. Was Roy Jones Jr. versus Antonio Tarver 3. I refereed that fight, and it was such a mega fight. I was honored to get it.
That was at the now Amalie Arena.
Then the Ice Palace.
The Ice Palace. Yeah, I was at that fight.
Yeah, I was too.
It was no kidding.
Big event.
You were a little closer than John, although John gets great seats.
I had a good seat. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were in a suite.
Well, Tommy, we want to thank you for coming by today. We really appreciate it.
And congratulations on your induction to Florida.
What are your thoughts on all of this weekend going on here?
Well, I've got my whole family. I have grandkids and kids, and we brought my whole family down, and plus we had some other guests come down. So I'm honored. I'm honored to be a part of this.
Getting to see a lot of people that you may not have talked to and seen in quite a while.
That too.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
All right.